WorldBox allows people to do a lot of crazy things, and one of those things is to add copious amounts of traits to a certain character that makes them overpowered and almost godlike. Well, today I wanted to see if I could pit two gods against each other and see which one would win. But to add a little twist to it, we're going to add two polar opposite species to fight one another, which is luckily possible thanks to the new 0.5 update. So, on the left side, we're going to put the angels, the good people. I've already have a little map created here, and we're going to put the enchanted biome over here. And on the right, we're going to have the evil side, and we'll have the infernal lava seeds. And in the middle, we have a little river separating the two. But just make sure the two sides stay separated. We're going to use some of the new walls. On the left side, we're going to use the wall of light. This will ensure that no evil creatures get on the left side. But we'll do the same here with the wall of evil, which will ensure that no good will get into the evil biome. And with our biome set, it's now time to place our creatures. On the left, we are going to have an elf god. Now, I'm only picking elf because they're kind of god that looks most like an angel. There's like fairies, I guess, if you want to, but like I would rather just like one of these. So we're gonna stick with an elf, but we're not gonna spawn the elf that's gonna be the god. We're gonna do a little bit of testing, and I'm gonna try to see how some of the genealogy of this new update works. So we're actually gonna place two, which luckily these are a male and a female. And we're going to give both of these people overpowered traits and see if their kid, when they eventually have a kid, see what traits they have. But by the way, the kid that these two have will be our god. And on the right side, we are going to place down a demon. Once again, we are going to go with a female and male demon, give them overpowered traits, and see what their kid has. So, it looks like the two sides are going to begin expanding. But first, I do need to give the demons the ability to create civilizations, which is very possible thanks to the new subspecies editor in the new update. So it looks like the civilizations on both sides have been created. Now remember, they both start with two, but once they have a child, we are going to watch that child grow up, see what traits they have, and it's going to be awesome. So now it's time to give each side their traits. And both sides are going to be given the same traits. They're just going to be extremely overpowered, so let's pick everything. Genius, Wise, Bloodlust, Chosen One, Healing Aura, Heart of Wizard, Lucky, Moonchild, Nightchild, Agile, Fast, Giant, Hardskin, Strong, Tough, Boosted Vitality, Fertile, Immortal, Immune, Long Liver, Regeneration, Super Health, Titan Lungs, Attractive, Gold Tooth, cause why not? Protection from all types of attacks, Thorns, Bubble Defense, all of these skills, Dragon Slayer, King Slayer, Mage Slayer, Veteran, Blessed, and a Death Nuke, so we're gonna know, so we can find out when they die. This Gamma Rain will be dropped on the parents of both sides, but just know, once these parents have their kids, they will be killed off so that the kids are the only two gods remaining. So let's just apply these traits right here, and it should be dropped on all of the people now. So now we just wait and see. And it looks like the two elves are already in love, and oh my god, they already had a kid. And let's look at their child. Oh my god, yep! The traits do share. Okay. If you were wondering, if you were ever trying to test it, yes, the traits do go down from generation to generation. So that's really good to know. But unfortunately, that is all that these parents are needed for. And they must be killed off for two reasons. To give the kid an epic, sweet, superhero god origin story, and to make sure no more children are born into this world. Now, we must kill his parents, but over here, because they are going to explode when they die. So we'll just put them over here, and we'll scoop her up over here too, and then just hit him with a... There we go. And our god, Onno, the Chosen One, has been born. I hope he doesn't die of starvation. So it looks like all of the traits that I selected for his parents are also here too. So it seems like that they do translate down perfectly. But we're going to give him a few more. Remember, Onno the Chosen One is a good guy. He's an elf, which in our minds is pretty good. He's on the enchanted side, so we're going to give him two special traits. Honest and content. He's a pretty good guy, so he no longer has ambitious, but he's just a chill dude. He's a nice guy. And now, on the right side, we wait for the demons to have their kid. In the meantime, we're gonna patch up what happened over here, because what the heck happened over here? No clue. I'm not really sure, but 2 people just popped out of thin air in the elf village. I'm not sure how that happened, but 2 more just... I'm not gonna worry about that. That's when the attack starts, we'll deal with it. Just for now, I guess, populate your village however you please. On the other side, I'm still waiting for these guys. It's been quite a long time, and I'm still waiting for our male and female demon to... And I believe something just happened. I had to go in and change a certain subspecies part because I forgot it, and there we go. 3rd citizen has popped out. And where is it? Amali. Interestingly, Amali only has a few traits, which still a lot of them are shared. Strong, equal-eyed, giant, and regeneration. I'm assuming she got from her parents. But the rest of these are kind of random. But still, the demons have been born. And we're gonna have to give Amali a villain origin story, because that's the only way she can truly turn evil. Right now, she's honest. That's not gonna do. So, we're going to have to kill her parents in a fit of rage. Once again, you just move them down here so they don't mess up the place. They get all over the carpet. And that death made Amali very mad. So, Amali the Vengeful, our 2nd god, has been born. We will give her traits, all of them. Great editor, we're gonna have to get rid of some of this. Honest, no. Greedy, evil, yep. Deceitful, yep. Ambitious, yep. Hot-headed, yep. Paranoid, yep. Psychopath, yep. Savage, yep. Blessed, yep. And we'll add 1 more. How about ugly? Because why not? Amali the Vengeful has been born. Amali the Vengeful has died. What just happened? No, Amali's fine. What just happened? I have no clue why a nuclear bomb just went off. But everything's okay. Oh, I bet I gave a trait to an animal that died, but I'm glad Amali's okay. On the other hand, Onno, the Chosen One, is doing just fine. Even though his parents perished, obviously his village is doing great, and he was born into a really nice family. Everyone's caring, this village is just so full of love. But on the other hand, Amali is full of rage. And despite the flame walls keeping her in, Amali can see it. She knows what's going on over here. She knows that they're living good, and she can't take that. She begins to train. Her health begins to rise, and she begins to armor up. She equips adamantium helmet, adamantium armor, adamantium boots, an adamantium ring, an adamantium amulet. She equips the flame sword held by her parents, and she's ready for war. Her armor is eternal, but also cursed, and it becomes legendary. Each piece named after part of her. The head, the demon scepter. I don't know, I'm just making shit up. The armor, the void. The boots, the ring. The amulet, renamed to the amulet. Lastly, her sword, which shall be renamed to Amali's sword. And she began to train up. Her health, armor, and everything rising as time progressed. On the other hand, Onno did not care one way or another. He was king of his domain, and he recently fell in love with a woman 20 years older than him named Arad. He already had 2 kids, named Oho and Erahi, and he believed everything was happy. Because of the light of the divine walls, he couldn't tell that anything was going on the wrong side, so he was living the life. Until one day. One day, Onno was going on a stroll into the southwest of his kingdom, as he usually does every Sunday, leaving his village, his family, and everyone alone on the left side. But at this point, Amali was finally able to get something through. She launched a bomb onto the village, killing half the population. She was able to get another one in, killing almost all the rest, before finally, she had taken down everyone, all but one. The only remaining was Onno. His children, gone in an instant. He had no clue what to do. For his whole life, he had known nothing but joy, and it was all ripped away from him. Amali was only 5, but she was powerful. When the day came, she would attack. Instead of immediately using his rage, Onno used his training and his mentorship, and he quickly rebuilt the divine wall. After helping disperse the ashes, he wasted no time in beginning to rebuild. But from the wreck of the nuclear flames, he was able to begin armoring himself. The nukes had left adamantium, which he could use to armor himself up. And using his ancient powers, As the creator of his own religion, he equipped the mystical white staff, hoping it would empower him to unlocking knowledges far beyond his own comprehension. He remade his armor too, but this time not giving it stupid names. His chestplate, his boots, his ring, his amulet all became legendary. And then there was his white staff, which he reforged, but he did change the name of this one to Daffy McStaffface. He was ready. By year 30, Onno was holding on to what was left of his home, as most of it had turned into a nuclear fallout wasteland. And Amali is now 14 years old, almost ready to begin her conquest. Onno then began going on his own mission of chipping away at the divine wall that he had rebuilt, trying to seek his vengeance. Through many attempts, he eventually was able to make a hole in the wall. And at this same point, Amali had finally become 18. At this time, Onno was 30, and in health, as you can see here, they were roughly the same, but Amali had many more kills, and it was finally time to begin their attack. Unsurprisingly, it was Amali who declared war on Onno, and as soon as the battle began, the earth shrieked and shattered, and no one was quite sure what was going on. The entire world was replaced with soil, stripped of all cities, stripped of all life, stripped of all minerals. An arena was constructed, not very big in scale, and once inside, the demon went mad, starting their conflict. Battle was intense, both sides getting many hits in. This battle would last a very long time. Onno was putting up pressure early, but would he be able to outlast the power of the demon? The battle has started in year 35 and would last eons. This battle was legendary, for it had lasted many years. Eventually it appeared to be Onno the one who was losing. Amali had been empowered and set fire to the new land created. Onno tried his best, constantly attacking the demon with everything he had, but it just seemed like nothing was possible. It had already been going for more than 11 years with very little progress. In total, both sides were still at a relatively undamaged health level, but Onno did have a large advantage of being able to shoot projectiles at Amali, while Amali did not quite have that courtesy. After many years, Onno had just unsuccessfully tried to deal with Amali. It seemed like this battle would never truly end. Onno had one trick left up his sleeve. If you look around, you'll see a lot of fire. Onno realized this, and realized, what do demons hate? The opposite of fire, which would be water. And knowing this, Onno used the last of his magic powers, in a last-ditch effort, to summon a massive thunderstorm to come down and attack Amali. They weren't even sure if this would work, but once the rain began striking his skin, his health began to plummet. He was no match for the water. And finally, after nearly 15 years of fighting, the rain would get to him and kill him. The only thing left being his final skeleton form, left over by his demonness. But at this point, Onno had grown so powerful that he was no match for Onno. And Amali had finally been killed, leaving just Onno as the last survivor. After many years of fighting, after lots of betrayal and lots of unnecessary death, Onno finally had his revenge against Amali, who had taken so much from him. But was it really Amali's fault? Had he truly just been misunderstood his whole life from the circumstances he was born into and the events he experienced as a child? Can we blame him? Or is Onno in the right here? Did Onno do the right thing? Did you hope he would win? Did you hope Amali would win? These questions are not very serious, and honestly, they don't really apply to the real world at all. But it seems that from everything we know here today, good will always prevail. Or something like that. I don't know, just hit the subscribe button. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying my best here.